The following video today is brought to you by Robinhood. Stay tuned till the end of the video to find out how to get a free stock from Apple, Ford, or Sprint. A few years back, Matthew Santoro was one of the biggest names on all of YouTube, with plenty of controversy to go along with the plentiful amount of views. In recent times, however, many of his videos have trouble gaining more than 200,000 views, which isn't the best for a channel with 6 million subscribers. And with him now announcing that he's taking a break, I figured it would be a good time to discuss whatever happened to him. Before we get to that, however, let's take a brief look at his channel's history. Matthew began his career on YouTube in 2010, making comedic vlog videos that really represent what this website was like in that era. With clear inspiration from the at the time king of YouTube, Ray William Johnson, he took a shot at being the next big thing. While he gained a little bit of success in the early years, he really started to make a name for himself in 2012 and 13 with his list videos. In these, he'd have a very interesting subject that would appeal to a wide audience, like 5 lies school taught you and 40 fascinating facts about money. Videos like these helped catapult him into becoming a mainstream face for the platform, with Matthew becoming more family friendly over time as well. I remember this is when I really started to hear about him, and at the time it was almost always positive. Around 2015, however, things started to change. At this point, much of the drama surrounding Matt came from a toxic relationship he had with fellow creator Nicole Arbor. They got involved in feuds online and burned a few bridges along the way, and the romance affected Matthew's channel as well as his friendships. All this accumulated into a very emotional video where Matthew accuses Nicole of domestic abuse. I won't go into any more detail about it here because I've gone over it before. I suggest you go and watch What Happened to Nicole Arbor if you haven't heard about it already. Needless to say, him coming forward to bring awareness about domestic abuse garnered him some respect in the community. But that would soon change after accusations that had been murmuring for years finally exploded. What I'm referring to are claims of plagiarism against Mr. Santoro that had been shared on sites like Reddit for quite some time without many noticing. It wasn't until May of 2016 that YouTuber Grade A Under A made a video pointing out these accusations to his very sizable audience.
This is not the only video and article that are suspiciously similar, right? But let me just show you the example of one particular video. On November the 5th, 2014, listverse.com published an article called 10 Weirdly Famous People. Literally 5 days later, Matthew Santoro made a video called 10 People Famous for Really Weird Things. The 10 people featured in the listverse article in order of appearance are these guys. And the 10 people in Matt's video in order of appearance are these guys. Literally the exact same guys.
After this, the story started to spread like wildfire, with his videos being downvoted, people unsubscribing, and other YouTubers reporting on it. With no other choice, he came forward and admitted to his mistakes, and with time, his core audience seemed to forgive him. Moving forward a bit, by the end of 2017, the average view count on one of Matthew's videos started to really drop. But he did expand into a few other projects, like a possible rap career with his song Facts, and a short film about his fight with depression. Honestly, this was the last time I had heard about him up until now. He brought himself back into the spotlight in March of 2019, when he announced that he'd be stepping away from YouTube for a bit after almost a decade of hard work to build up one of the most recognizable channels on the platform. He shares how he's much happier nowadays and also addresses his declining viewership.
If you take a break from YouTube, the algorithm 1000% reduces the reach of your videos. I can prove that. I used to get 150 to 200,000 views a video easy before I took a break. Right before I made the Facts music video as well as my short film about depression, I took time off. I took a month off. When I came back, my views were 33% less, consistently.
In this entire 20-minute video, I believe he forgot to mention one very important fact that would explain much of his downfall, which is the fact that most list videos on the internet are kinda dead nowadays. Years ago on the World Wide Web, the format of making interesting lists was a pretty novel concept that could be used for any medium you wanted to discuss, such as video games, movies, or TV shows. And as mentioned before, Matthew rode this trend to stardom, but he wasn't alone. You had sites like Cracked and BuzzFeed growing at a ridiculous speed back in the day with their listicles, and YouTubers including myself were counting down our picks and videos. Heck, some of my earliest uploads from this channel in 2009 were top 10 lists.
The Atari 2600 was the grandfather of all video game systems, and Atari's greatest console by far. But all great consoles need great games, so today we'll review the top 10 best Atari 2600 games.
Back in my pre-puberty days, this genre of content was pretty much untapped on YouTube. But in the mid-2010s, it really started to pick up steam. At the trend's height, my list about YouTubers were getting crazy numbers. The most viewed has over 15 million clicks. And Matthew was doing much better than me. As you can tell, however, I don't make lists anymore. And the reason for that is because the market became oversaturated very quickly. While everybody likes to blame WatchMojo for this, the fact is hundreds of people started to spam out low-quality videos in the genre. A YouTube gold rush of sorts. While it was good at first, eventually the public became sick of them, and the numbers they were pulling in started to drop for everyone, including Mr. Santoro. Through no fault of his own, the genre became stagnant, and instead of finding something else, Matthew has continued to make the same content he's been doing since 2013. As a result, his average video views have been affected. So you may ask if Mr. Santoro will ever make a comeback on YouTube in a big way. And the answer to that is probably not, but I do wish him the best. And in all honesty, if he managed his finances correctly over the years, he could probably extend this break for the rest of his life. Hey everybody, before I finish this video today, I just want to give a very big thank you to my sponsor, Robinhood. Robinhood is an investing app that lets you buy and sell stocks, ETFs, options, and cryptos all commission-free. While other brokerages charge up to $10 for every trade, Robinhood doesn't charge any commission fees, so you can trade stocks and keep all of your profits. Plus, there is no account minimum deposit needed to get started, so you can start investing at any level. The simple, intuitive design of Robinhood makes investing easy for newcomers and experts alike. View easy-to-understand charts and market data, and place a trade in just 4 taps on your smartphone. You can also view stock collections such as 100 most popular. With Robinhood, you can learn how to invest in the market as you build your portfolio. Discover new stocks, track your favorite companies, and get custom notifications for price movements so you never miss the right moment to invest. Robinhood is giving listeners of What Happened a free stock like Apple, Ford, or Sprint to help you build your portfolio. Sign up at whathappened.robinhood.com. Again, that's whathappened.robinhood.com, and a link will be provided in the description down below.